Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be across the nation, around the world. Welcome, my friends, to Miami Beach, Florida. I have left Orlando after 2 weeks and some change of filming in Walt Disney World, of having all kinds of Walt Disney World adventures, and now as the clouds are about to roll in here, I have reached my final destination on this trip, a hotel right on the ocean in Miami Beach. And this isn't just any hotel. This is a famous filming location for numerous very famous and influential films. Chief among them, number one, I am standing on the balcony of the hotel from the movie Goldfinger. That's right, as in Bond, James Bond. This is the Fontainebleau Miami Beach, and in 1964, Cubby Broccoli and a very small skeleton crew of people, including the stunt double for the character of Goldfinger, descended upon this hotel down at the pool area and shot several key scenes for the film. Now, almost every scene that included actors, including Sean Connery and Gert Frobe, who played Goldfinger, and Shirley Eaton as Jill Masterson, and Cess Linder as Felix Leiter. They were actually never here at this hotel. They were all filmed either with rear projection, you can kind of see how funky the scenes look behind them, the background plates, or on a reconstructed set of the original pool cabanas that were down here at the Fontainebleau in 1964. Now, obviously, a lot of stuff has changed here in that time period, and looking down now over the balcony at the pool area, you can see several modern pools. The old 1960s pool was completely destroyed, and they've added several modern hotel towers to the sort of Fontainebleau complex out here. However, the original core hotel still remains with its distinctive curved balcony, and down from the pool area, it still looks virtually identical to the way it did in the 1960s. Famously, you'll remember that Goldfinger was down by the pool playing cards with some guy down there, roughly in this area. I tried to get down and match the shot up with the rear projection behind them of the hotel, at least match the background plate, but it looks nothing like it used to do because of all these brand new buildings here. And of course, Goldfinger is cheating. He's got Jill Masterson up here on the balcony of his suite with a telescope propped up on the edge of the balcony, peering between the slats down at Goldfinger's opponent's cards. And then, of course, Sean Connery as James Bond goes up into Mr. Goldfinger's suite, discovers Jill Masterson there, finds out that he pays her for being seen with him and for helping him cheat at cards, disrupts Goldfinger's plan, gets the girl, and then, of course, later she's found on the bed covered in gold paint. Now, this is the cool thing. Although Shirley Eaton and Sean Connery were never actually here in Miami Beach, look at the balconies here. They look almost the same as they did in that shot. They did a great job, the crew for Goldfinger, of recreating this as a set, a foreground set with Miami Beach being rear projected in the back. At first I was like, wow, they look pretty close to the way they looked in the film, with only a minor difference that there's this middle bar. And then I realized, look at this, that middle bar was sort of added after the fact. So they must have faithfully recreated the balcony as it was in 1964. And like I said, they also recreated on a set at Pinewood Studios the sort of original pool cabana building that was just down there. So now there's modern cabanas back over here and a little bar, but there would have been a whole different structure, a giant concrete diving board over this way. Goldfinger would have been somewhere down around there, but all of this has completely changed in the last, what, 50, 60, 70 years? I'm bad at math. It's been a long trip. Now, as one of the most famous hotels in Miami Beach, this hotel was also used in The Bodyguard in '92, Police Academy 5. There's a classic that's on everybody's shelf. And downstairs in the lobby, which has also clearly changed quite a bit, almost the entire movie of Jerry Lewis's 1960 classic, The Bellboy, was filmed downstairs. It was also a famous haunt for Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack, and basically all the celebrities you can think of the mid-20th century in the United States. And look at that gorgeous water out there. Look at those cargo ships. This whole complex is absolutely massive. Very fancy. Miami Beach, obviously. You can see all the Art Deco buildings running down that street over there. And I absolutely do not belong here. But before we get to that, downstairs yesterday I was walking around down by the pool. A little awkward walking around with the camera, but I tried to sort of match up the hotel, like the sort of view of the hotel from the ground level with those shots in Goldfinger. And you can see it's definitely the same hotel, that's for sure. But it's actually almost impossible to stand in the same spots where they set up the cameras to film those background plates because of the modern pool layout. It has completely changed to sort of connect the pool areas between these towers here, between the new sort of glass-covered valet parking area. It's all completely different, but the crew for Goldfinger did stay in this hotel, including producer Cubby Broccoli, from what I understand. The curved balconies on the top 3 levels with the little slats over here, just like Jill Masterson would have been peering between with her little binoculars, are still here. And so the entire time I've been here, all I can think is Goldfinger, he's the man with the Midas touch. So awesome, so freaking epic. And why am I here? Not just because of Goldfinger. Well, actually, I am here because of Goldfinger. The friends I was with in Orlando and have been with on and off all the way since Paris in November. They are flying back to Paris tomorrow, Paris, France. Oh, sorry, not tomorrow, today. They're flying back to Paris from Miami. There's just a better direct flight or something like that. I don't know all the ins and outs. And basically they were like, yeah, we're gonna go to Miami for a few days after you fly home. And they asked if I wanted to tag along. And at first I was like, no way, I'm gonna be so tired after 2 weeks and change at Walt Disney World. I just want to go straight from Orlando. And then they mentioned which hotel they were staying at, and 100% because of Goldfinger, I was like, oh, there is no way I am missing that. It turns out they didn't really like this hotel stay as much as they've liked other places in Miami Beach, so probably they'll never come here again. So it's a good thing I took my one chance, not just to see, but to stay at the Goldfinger Hotel. Oh, the clouds are coming in now. I think it looks like it's gonna rain maybe. You can see they're cruising in from downtown Miami. It's been very windy here all day. But just before all the light goes away, look at that beautiful beach. Look at the color of the water down there. I did take a walk down to the beach. I've never seen so many beautiful people in one place in my life. Also, I've never seen so many rich people in one place in my life. Yesterday, I was down in downtown Miami going to a gluten-free restaurant there called Bole, and it's in the same building as a very fancy hotspot called Komodo, and I was watching Rolls-Royce after Rolls-Royce pull up with these beautiful young model-looking people, and I'm just eating my like $10 rice bowl at the gluten-free restaurant on the patio, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Anyway, I did take a walk down to the beach, and this resort has all kinds of beach chairs and umbrellas and stuff set out there. They even have this weird drill that get down in the sand so they can put umbrella poles. I've never seen that before. I wish I got that on camera. But yeah, this is a weird bucket list item I didn't know was on my bucket list, to stay at the Goldfinger Hotel. And look at this, I'm up on one of the top stories with a balcony. Normally I'm very afraid of heights, but I've had a little over 24 hours to acclimate. And as long as I stay a little ways away and do not look directly down, I'm good. All right, so I've completely messed up this room here, but I might as well show you what the room is. Let's see, I got my luggage everywhere. I'm packing and repacking. The rooms are nice. They're sort of modern and convenient. I mean, if this was a Holiday Inn Express anywhere in the country, I would lose my mind and be like, this is awesome. Never mind my trash there, my Gatorade, my water, my Skittles. Look at that. It's beautiful, sort of nod to their mid-century history with the furniture. Sorry, it's kind of weird and dark now with those clouds coming in. Everything's kind of weirdly backlit. It's a really cool, really nice place. Oh, I should have turned on that other lamp for you. I should have made it more presentable. I think it's a great room. It's a lot nicer than the places I stay, what I'm paying, I'll tell you that much. There's a little mini bar fridge there, and there's some waters and stuff right there. And they think they removed like all the alcohol and stuff from the rooms because the people I'm with requested that. So no, the mini bar is not empty because of me drinking everything. I've only been drinking water and Gatorade, and for some reason Pepsi. Not a big Pepsi guy. Anyway, that's my own body pillow for my knees. That's my own blue blanket that was here. There's some lovely white blankets underneath that I've just been sleeping on top of. Some weird art of the actual Fontainebleau, the palace which Napoleon lived in France. I mean, for me, it's one of the most luxurious, beautiful places I've ever stayed. Ironically, it's sort of wasted on me because Miami's famous for its clubbing and its beaches and sort of displays of opulence. I've been wearing the same clothes for 3 days because I ran out of laundry. I'm walking around in my hobo vest and sort of my Orlando cargo shorts. I have no opulence to put on display. I rarely ever imbibe any adult beverages. Very, very rare. Maybe weddings and stuff or Spike's house. In fact, yesterday we drove up to Palm Beach because a friend of mine was going to a rare bookstore there. We were in Palm Beach, and I was like, I am the poorest person in this entire city. Kind of made me feel good though. A little subversive, if you will. Okay, let's go down to the lobby real quick. I've been away from home for something like 20 days or 20 something days. I don't even know anymore. That's the thing I'm most excited about. But while I'm here, dude, Jerry Lewis as the bellboy, come on. If you've never seen that movie, it's absolutely hysterical. I've been realizing a lot lately that older comedies are often a lot funnier than modern comedies. Okay, here we go. Here are the elevator banks. You notice that very distinctive curved hallway in there. That interior shot of Goldfinger, there was no curved hallway. That's how you know it was just a set, dude. And then look at the windows over here by the elevators facing out toward the sort of canals over here. There's a lot of mansions over there, a lot of rich stuff on display. And then there's downtown Miami, just out there, just across the water. Crazy. Oh, my elevator's here. Yes. All right, you're gonna see a lot of this down in the lobby. These elevators are famous. Have you seen the movie The Bellboy? Oh my gosh, that door slammed so hard. That's a little bit terrifying. These elevators play sort of a key role. They still look kind of the same as we exit them. I'll show you that in 1 second. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that was so fast. It made my ears pop. All right. This is the sort of main downstairs lobby. Look at the elevators here. Look at the weird stone walls here on either side. And look at these distinctive, I don't know what they are, sconces, I guess you could say, or sculptures on the walls. I believe you could see those in the Bellboy. If not, ones that are very similar. There's actually a convention of lawyers going on in the hotel right now. Look at this. Here's the main entrance where you sort of pull up and valet the car. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I really wish I had a copy here with me. These columns and sort of those weird chandelier ports in the ceiling, all of this can be seen in the Bellboy. Look at the old revolving door then. This isn't actually where the front desk proper is. There's a concierge desk over there. And obviously, I'm sure over the years they've remodeled the lobby a lot as well. Look at this gorgeous bar over here. Look at that beautiful mid-century theming they have kept going inside of the original mid-century hotel. And look at that bar back. Look at the ceiling. Beautiful. And then right behind me is one of the few things that even from memory on the fly, I don't have a copy of the film with me. If you're seeing then and now shots, then you are definitely seeing something that I edited once I got home. But this curved stairway right here, there's famous shots of Jerry Lewis on these very stairs. I gotta keep forcing myself not to say Jerry Lee Lewis. That's a different guy entirely. Look at that. Wow, that is amazing. Look at that gold tile right there. Beautiful, old school, original mid-century staircase. All right, and then just behind me, past the main elevators, so away from the staircase, the bar, and sort of the grand lobby over here, there's a little corridor going to where the check-in desk is. So there's the concierge desk right there. It's a little small from the way I remember the front desk being in the Bellboy. Again, I haven't seen it for a while. And here you pass one of the main ballrooms, and of course the ballrooms feature prominently in the Bellboy as well. And then you head towards the main ballroom and the main check-in counter right there. See, there's the main front desk with its 2 structural columns. So those have been there the whole time. As you can see, it's been very modernized and upgraded and updated. Little fancy shop across the way selling cigars and things I will never ever need. And then here we go. This is sort of the main front door when you check in inside of the main lobby now, and that goes to the main grand ballroom over there. I think it's called Versailles. They even have an exotic car rental counter down here at the hotel. Oh, and there was a bunch of advertising on these stairs the other day for the lawyer convention. I guess now it's a banking convention. So now there's bankers here. Lawyers, bankers, doctors, and then some guy from Anaheim. The problem with looking for filming location spots that are only in my head, that I don't have, you know, printed out with me or something like that, in a place like this that's kept a lot of its original characteristics, is that everything looks familiar in here. So like all the marble staircases look similar. So I don't know if this is the one where Milton Berle was in the movie. And so like all the floors look similar and the entrances, like there's a famous scene where all the bellboys are lined up. Could have been shot right here, but there's about 50,000 entrances and exits to this place. But one other spot I know for sure they used is right outside of the doors of the main check-in counter over here. Look at this. Look at this beautiful driveway, old school, mid-century angled concrete ceiling there, sort of mid-century modern, and then Look at these little staircases. This is the very spot the VW Bug pulls up to. They go, there you are, Stanley, take everything out of the trunk. Of course, he opens the back of the VW Bug, and what does he find in the trunk? Well, some of you know. So there were scenes shot right here on these little marble stairs. Look at how beautiful this place is. It's amazing, very, very mid-century. I actually haven't stood out here since I showed up at the hotel. There's the back side of that curve. Gorgeous. Anyway, a very fantastic, underappreciated, classic film. I first saw it on like TCM years ago, right? Turner Classic Movies or whatever. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Jerry Lewis. So that whole connection is absolutely amazing and awesome to me. I've been trying to figure out where that shot is, where they line up all the bellboys and the girls come rushing in, they go crazy. I don't think it was in here unless they dramatically changed the ceiling. I'm getting confused. I'm confusing myself. I'm trying to do this all off of memory. Well, anyway, I'm sure if I had the chance to stay here longer, I would figure it all out. If I ever get the chance to come here again, that's 100% what I'm doing. But I basically checked in yesterday and haven't had all that much time to familiarize myself with everything. And judging by the words my friend just spoke to me on the other side of the lobby, I don't think they'll ever be coming back to this place. It just wasn't the place for them. It's a really great hotel if you're into the pools and sort of drinking. There's a lot of nightlife that goes on at this hotel, believe me. And look at this, Chez Bonbon, there's bonbons. Or of course, if you're interested in hunting up obscure, well now obscure comedy movies from 1960, then this is the perfect hotel for you. Wasn't the perfect fit for my friends. Even though I don't like to record myself being ignorant and going, I can't figure something out. Well, it might be my only chance. There's this little breezeway here between the towers of the hotel. Look at all the photos of Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack being in this building on the walls. There's another view of the right side of the hotel. Actually, if you look at the right side of the hotel, you can see one of the big changes right away. There's a shot in the Bellboy where you can see the whole bottom section has all been changed. Just popping out over here where you pick up your car if you send it to valet and overlooking the pool area. Yeah, basically everything that you can see down at the bottom of the hotel has been added to and changed and completely rearranged over the last 60 years. All the pools are completely different, so nothing quite lines up in Goldfinger or the Bellboy, which also had those cabanas in some of the scenes. But still, just being at a place with so much history, I get pretty excited. And honestly, they have retained a lot of that mid-century charm, you know? A lot of mid-century modern elements still here, hiding at the Fontainebleau. Of course, Miami Beach is more famous for Art Deco stuff, but still, I love this. Oh, an automatic door. Don't mind if I do. Anyway, somebody with more time on their hands in Miami is going to be able to come to this hotel and do an amazing then and now. I really wish it could have been me. Unfortunately, it's not in the cards. Too much has changed, too much has been expanded, and even though those beautiful marble columns were still here in the 60s and sort of these giant holes in the ceiling for the chandeliers, too much has changed for me to do it on the fly from memory and with the few screenshots you can find online. It's not that huge of a movie anymore. And I looked it up, I looked up to see if anyone had done a good then and now of the Bellboy. Haven't been able to find it. So maybe I'll get to come back one day, who knows? Or maybe my friend Adam the Woo will beat me. Somebody could do a heck of a video on it. It would be awesome because they really did shoot most of the movie right here. I think it was written and directed by Jerry Lewis. All right, so there's the famous James Bond movie part of the hotel for you. And now I'm up to say goodbye to the friends I came with because they are heading to the airport today. By the way, the bar at the top of the stairs is now called the Sinatra Room, fitting since it was one of his favorite hangouts. I'm just gonna go up here and take a peek from the top of the stairs. See, I don't know what it is, a bar, a lounge, but there it is, the Sinatra Room, all roped off for the moment. And then look at that. What a gorgeous view from up here. They're promoting Sinatra whiskey with a projector up there. Awesome. I'm stoked to be on these steps because at least right away from memory, there was one spot I know Jerry Lewis was standing, or well, it's Jerry Lewis, stumbling and bumbling right down those very steps. Okay, and now down to business. Like I said, I gotta go say goodbye to my friends and goodbye to the lobby and head up to the room, make sure my own stuff is in order. Then we'll get the heck out of here and go back to California. Finally. I love to travel. I love to be brought along on random adventures to places I haven't been before. I've only spent a little bit of time, like Miami. I came here last year, but I was completely downtown. I was never in Miami Beach. I've seen a lot now, filmed a lot in Orlando. In fact, I tallied up my steps and walked 148.9 miles or something like that in Orlando. I'm getting a little tired, and I think it's safe to say I've done my duty, and I cannot wait to go home and sleep well, that's for sure. Dude, it's awesome though. I mean, this is amazing. I'm sure this is way up, you know, some people's alley more than it is mine. Like, I'm not really beach guy. I don't like to take off my shirt, you know. I'm not really flex guy. Like, I think if I was rich, I'd probably feel ashamed all the time instead of happy and proud like I should, you know. Maybe it's a Catholic guilt thing, I don't know. So when people show me, you know, pictures of them on the beach, lounging around, I'm always like, yeah, it looks boring, you know. I like to get out in the city. I like to get out and explore and go see weird things, drive across country, roadside attractions. But even I am stunned by that view. And again, all I can think of is Goldfinger. He's the man with the Midas touch. A spider's toe. Okay, maybe I'm not as comfortable with that as I thought I was. We did it, dude. The Goldfinger Hotel. All right, next time you see me, we'll be headed home. Soak in that view for one more second. Nailed it.
Well, here's a sentence I never thought I would say. As you can see, night has fallen. My friends have left for the airport. I'm really hungry, and there's a great gluten-free restaurant in Miami, in downtown, which I could Uber to. But I'm waiting for the President of the United States to leave. He's down there at some hotel, some conference, and they have all the roads blocked off of the kind of like peninsula or the island that we're on, whichever one it is. And I can't leave until the President leaves. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at all those cars moving. See all those cop cars and motorcycles? I think this is it. All right, there it is. There's the presidential motorcade. I think they're leaving. Oh, party time, chow time. All right, well, good news. The President has left the island. Food time. So hungry. Just running to meet the Uber driver. They were all blocked from getting anywhere near this place. Said it would take like 45 more minutes, and the guy just texted me, I'm here. Yabba dabba doo. Dude, I just had the best Uber ride ever with Roshan. He's like getting his real estate license, and his girlfriend's like getting into finance, and they're like gonna be crushing it in Miami in a couple of years. That was awesome. And we were just talking for like 30 minutes. I've come all the way to downtown Miami, down to Brickell, because right over here, right next door to Komodo, one of the fanciest restaurants in town, is an all gluten-free place. This is the place they have all over Florida, and they have no locations in California, and I wish they did. It's called Bole, and everything in there is gluten-free, including the noodles. It's very similar to BB Bop Asian Grill. If you saw the episode I did in Santa Monica not that long ago, seeing Pee Wee Herman filming locations, which itself is a chain that's all over the East Coast and like Indiana and Ohio. One location in California, and it's in Santa Monica. Before I go in there though, I just have to go by this window. I stayed down here in downtown Miami. I don't even know if I filmed anything down here, but I stayed down here last year for like 2 days. Actually really close to this restaurant, that's how I know about it. And I always loved this in this building. Look at that. It's Palpatine's window. See, look at this. It's all bowls, bowls, and it's all healthy, nice stuff. Rice and sweet potato noodles, chicken, all that good stuff. I'm gonna go in and eat and shut the heck up now, as I am starving and the President has delayed my food. Again, a sentence I never thought I'd say. Dude, it's so good. I know it doesn't look pretty, but it tastes delicious. Delicioso. Everything in here gluten-free. No cross-contamination, no problems. One of the only safe places for me to eat. Look at the size of that ceiling fan. Weird. Tonight's all about high efficiency, dude. I ate that food so fast and was back in an Uber less than 25 minutes after I got out of one. And I finally made it back to the hotel. And now I'm going to die. All right, it's morning. Fantastic view and everything. But this just goes to prove that be it ever so humble, There's no place like home.
I want to go home.
Let's get the hello operator out of here. All right, well, there was a lot of traffic, but I made it to the rental car drop-off. And now, which is in a totally separate building from Miami International Airport, by the way, and now just making my way over to the MIA mover to the airport. Whew. Normally I don't film travel days. I'm just running around stressed out like, do I have everything? Like, it's stressful enough without remembering a camera. But I think today I'm just so excited to go home. There it is, Get me to the airport. The main thing is getting rid of the bags. Once the bags are checked in, then I always feel better. Well, goodbye, Miami. See you real soon? Maybe not. It's actually crazy how far the airport is. At least we got this highway in the sky. It's like taking one more monorail ride. Just want to sleep in my own bed.
Llegando a la estación del aeropuerto. Por favor, tome todas sus pertenencias y tenga cuidado al salir.
It's like stuff like this would be exciting. People movers, rental car returns, escalators. If you weren't thinking about 1,000 other things. In this case, I didn't even book my ticket, so I always get stressed until I'm checked in. The bags are gone out of my hands, like I was saying, which is why I'm at the airport 3 hours early. That's when I always show up. I always show up 3 hours early. I'm a little bit of a psycho with that stuff. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, to American Airlines. A moving I got all excited. A moving sidewalk. But it's not moving. However, easier to roll the bags on that than the carpet? Maybe. Actually, maybe not. Going a little slow. Rats. That's a little confusing. Look at this. All the moving sidewalks are closed. It says modernization in action. So modernizing means less moving sidewalks. Okay. Down another escalator. There were so many before I got the camera back out too. I think like limbo or hell for me would just being in an airport, running around doing this, never getting to your flight. Okay, just let me get rid of these flippin' bags. Okay, bags are done. I must have looked stressed out because the lady was like, relax, honey. It'll be fine. And she told me, go to checkpoint 5. The line will be way shorter. Like, thank you. Oh, and they even have clear. Something I do have to get through those airport security lines faster. That clear service, like TSA pre-check, that type of thing. And no, that's not a paid commercial, but if they decided to pay me, hey, I take it. Okay, got through security. And now I have to do that thing where I see where my gate is before I do anything else. Oh, there it is. There it is, E5. I just have to make sure it exists. What is that? Why do we have to do that? And in case you're wondering what I eat when I travel, nothing. I eat nothing. I eat nothing the day before, I eat nothing the day of. I broke my own rule eating that food last night. Oh, look, they got a little playground. They got some planes, hot air balloon. There's a freaking scooter over here. Look at that. What's up with all the vehicles here? Having serious stomach issues and traveling is no fun. So the less I put in, the less potential there is for something to come out. You know what I mean? All right, 2 hours later. Time to go home and sleep well. There she blows. Finally. I'm going home. All right, here we go.
Welcome aboard American Airlines. Please place small carry-on items underneath the seat in front of you. Larger carry-on items should be placed in the overhead compartment. This aircraft has new, larger overhead compartments. Place your bag in these first, then turn them inside to maximize your space available.
Okay, I'm wedged into the plane in the window seat, which is nice because at least we have a view. But I must say, as blessed as I feel to be able to travel, I do not fit in this seat. My neighbors are hemming me in awful tight against the wall. The flight is 6 hours long, and I'm feeling every single minute of this one for some reason. So I'm fast forwarding time, something I wish I could have done on the plane itself. But as long as the flight felt, as eternal as it felt, it did eventually end. And here we are, coming down into Los Angeles.
The seatbelt sign is illuminated. We're asking that you remain seated for the duration of the flight. We'll be coming into gate 42 Alpha. That's 42A. Baggage claim information can be given to you by the gate agent, or just simply view the monitors inside the terminal. If you have the American Airlines application on your personal device, that'll also show you the baggage claim information.
never been so happy to be off of an airplane in my life. I'm just so happy right now. I'm so giddy. Unfortunately, I did land around rush hour traffic time in LA, and getting to Orange County, if you've ever done that, not so easy. So I was like, who can I call? Who can I call who will put up with me during rush hour? So I called my dad, and my dad's coming. So that I'm excited about, getting to spend a little time with the pops. He won't be here for a while, but that's okay. I'm just happy to be standing on my own two stumps again. Whew. Also, I don't know when our People Mover's gonna open, but I'm kind of stoked that LAX is getting its own like People Mover type deal right out there. One of these days we'll finally get to see it. It looks like they must be getting pretty close. Look at that, they got glass windows. This little bridge right here is all, well, looks pretty done. That's gonna be cool. It's gonna be weird seeing that. Every time I'm waiting for luggage at one of these, all I can think of is that Motley Crue song. You know, merry-go-round around, merry-go-round around. All right, my stuff made it. I made it. I'm alive. It's not hot. Some of my friends that came back from the group who live in LA just took off. We had hugs. Now just that long ride back to Orange County. And look at this. Here comes my dad in his new car. That's probably the only reason I got a ride in rush hour traffic. He wants to show me the new car. Oh, that's awesome. New car smell. You've only had this car for 4 days. Woohoo! I'm the first
Might be.
task that you didn't want to do in it.
Yeah.
I'm the first errand. Woohoo! It's the beauty of Southern California.
Yeah.
Honey, I'm home. Wow, it feels so good to be back. And clearly, as you can see, I'm still wearing the same clothes and my bags are still full. And it's obviously the same. I got back now. It's obviously, right, the same day. Right? Oh, it felt so good to see the cats when I walked in. Felt so good to see Allie and my family and sleep in my own bed. And I'll tell you the truth, I'll level with you. Since you saw me coming home in rush hour traffic, it's been about a week. There was a lot of footage to edit left from Florida. And as you can imagine, 3 weeks away from home meant there were a lot of errands to do. There was a lot of family and friends to see, a lot of tikis to start carving, a lot of cats to hang out with. Oh, and for some reason now that I'm back, there are chickens in my house. There are baby chickens in my house. And I'd love to tell you about that and everything else that's happened.
But I think this particular adventure has gone on long enough. We're home now, that's all that matters. And we're going back to Disneyland as soon as humanly possible. For now, though, I think we've done our duty. Time to go home and sleep well. Oh, by the way, really quick, thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me in Florida, especially in Miami. Kept me sane just putting that little adventure together because I was pretty tired. I tallied up all my steps from the Disney World trip. 150 miles I walked in Florida. 150 miles. So yeah, I'm a little sleepy. Time for some more sleep. Sleep well.
I like the afterlife, but I'm still as dead as Julius Caesar. Would you rather it was you? Are you cold? Stamp your feet, yes! Look at the size of that ruby.